Hello, this is Adam Henderson. Welcome to another game analysis from Scrabble tournament. In this game, it was game five, round five, on the New Orleans tournament. In game five, I'm playing Billy Nakamura, who's a very strong player. Um, he's friendly, but he was a bit quiet this time when I played him, which is fine. Um, what else should I say? Yeah, this is what he looks like. He's rated 1762 in uh, NASPA, and he reached a new peak after he played finished really strongly in this New Orleans tournament, and he got his rating over 1800, which is, I mean, good for him. He's doing great. Very strong player, obviously. So let's take a look at how this game went. He opened, and I didn't take a picture after this game because he did seem even quieter after the game. So I felt like, I don't know, it just felt kind of weird. And I just wanted to get out of there as quickly as possible. So I forgot to take a picture of this game, but it was just I purely just forgot. So I don't know if Nylon was played here, or I guess it would make sense for him to play Nylon here. And I have this rack. So I drew the J and the X, which drawing the power tiles this early in the game is often not really that great of a thing to have happen. I played Jill pretty standard. Let's see. He plays Mib for 24. Played Nitty for 16. I'm just making the top play, but there wasn't really a whole lot to think about. Wasn't really great tiles for me, but Nitty just seemed better than exchanging, so that's what I did. Nitty doesn't really open the board too much, so I think Nitty's fine. He plays Egg for 15. And here I played Codger. Best play again. I mean, these plays may look sophisticated, but they weren't really. The board is so closed already that and a play like Jill really closes down the board, but sometimes you just have to make it anyway. Even so, this is a pretty closed board just because of the play of Jill, and then he closed it down further with his play of Mib. I think that may have been a strategy on his part because maybe he knows I don't like playing a closed board. I kind of wonder if he even watches my YouTube videos, but it's impossible to know that. I do know I don't have that many viewers, so it's probably more likely that he doesn't watch, but it's possible. Let's see. Okay, so he plays Vert next for 33. And here I played Fact. Well, again, I only have the one Val. I have some power tiles. Um, but the tricky thing about this game is it's a closed board, so it's not gonna. We're not gonna. This is just gonna be a closed board game throughout the whole game, and unless someone bingos right away, But even if someone bingos, it's going to be hard for this board to really open up unless there's two bingos. I played fact here. Tax, that can't be right because it opens up the O column. So fact is the best play here. So that was what I made here. He plays a fawn for 6. I'm guessing he maybe played it here. I'm not really sure. Is there another place fawn could have been played? Because if he played fawn there, then it's 7, not 6. So I'm not really sure. This is why I would have liked to have taken a picture. No. So fawn didn't get played there. Let's see, where would fawn play? Played for only 6. Oh, okay. Plays here for 6. And I saw that I could play bands here for 19 and keep the X and the Z. And I also could have played Zax here for 43. So I was just really worried because there's 2 blanks out, there's 3 S's out, and we're almost to less than 50 tiles in the bag. So the chances are really getting, just considering how many tiles have been played, the chances are getting really likely that he has an S or a blank, and he's just going to bingo from nylons. So I decided I wanted to use my X. My Zax was really tempting, but I decided I wanted to keep both the X and the Z and play bands instead, preventing any possible bingos that could really cause problems and for my winning chances. But so bands come down. Zax, I think it's valuating Zax as a lot more. So it's possible Zax is a better play, but give me your thoughts down below. I'm not sure. I played bands just because I was so worried about a bingo coming down and hitting nylons. So yeah, bands comes down. And I really felt like if I hadn't played bands, then he was going to bingo there. And of course, he can bingo under fact. So I'm not sure that really this was the most intelligent play. But I mean, with the Zax, it does give an easy scoring spot to the H15 triple. So there's that to consider as well. So I wouldn't have been surprised if this next play from him would have been a bingo underneath fact. But instead, he plays oboe. Oh, okay. So he plays oboe for an 18. So there's no B's left. Okay. Plays oboe here. And I drew, after playing bands, I drew the blank, or one of the blanks, and I still have the X and the Z. So, I mean, it's still a tricky game. The scores are close. You can see the scores are really close, actually. So he's got 114 and I have 112. And so this time I do play Zax because it's just the obvious play. So Zax comes down this time. Now that I have the blank, I really want to unload the X and the Z so I can get closer to bingoing as soon as possible. He plays Ah for 33. That also, Zax also took away the bingo lane that was really easy to hit. And Oboe looked like a play that he was just really getting closer, very close to bingoing at that point, which 6 moves into the game, it's always, if your opponent hasn't already bingoed, it's likely that your opponent's close to bingoing at this point. So here I have this rack. So I don't have any bingos here. It's just the UVW combination makes bingos impossible. So I could have played Wally here. Oh wow, 35 points. This is definitely the best play. I don't like Ulva. I don't like Va. I don't like Ulva. Yeah, Wally's definitely the best play. I just didn't see it. And I played Va for 9. Trying to think, where does Va play for 9? VAW. I think I played it here. Strange play. I guess the only reason I can think of that I would play it there is to block the remaining bingo lane. I was like super paranoid that he was about to bingo. So that was why I did that. If I had seen Wally, I should have just played it. I think I was playing way too defensive here. I should have been looking to score some points rather than playing defensive. So this is probably the biggest Va's probably the biggest mistake I've made this game. He plays Ad for 17. I do think by this point in the game, the anxiety was getting getting to me a little bit. Clearly, it was pretty clear, especially after the game was over, that he was a bit disappointed not to have won this game. So he was pretty intense throughout this whole game. Let's see. He plays Ad for 17 here. So here, I just went with Wive. At this point, I'm not so worried about him bingoing because so the score is actually completely even at 164. But I'm at this point, I'm not so worried about him bingoing because if he bingos on the E column, there should be enough floaters that I should be able to bingo back. And if he bingos, he just wouldn't bingo on the 3 row. I just can't see him bingoing there because that just well, it does make it more difficult for me to actually it doesn't. I mean, unless he has a bingo starting with both C's and V's gone, he's just almost impossible for him to bingo on the third row. So if he's gonna bingo, he's gonna bingo on the E column, and I'm gonna have at least 3 floaters on rows 2, 3, and 4 to bingo through, and also the D hook and well, the D is not going to help, but I've got the R hook because I think wyver is a word. So I've got the R and the S hook on wive. So I was feeling really good about my chances of just being going right back here after wive. Just out of curiosity, what is it? So it likes Waddy here for 19 again. Waddy doesn't look so bad, but it kind of doesn't accomplish what I want to accomplish at this point. Da for 11 more points than what I played. That keeps IIL. It's just terrible leave. Again, I don't want to make a leave that keeps 2 I's. So I like my play of wive here. I think wive is the best play here. So I really think I made an excellent play on that move. So let's see what happens. So he still hasn't bingoed even on this turn, which is surprising. He plays OD for 18. And here I have both blanks. It took me a while because I always have such hard time figuring out what to do. I think this one took me a while to figure out what to do. I spent a really long time on this move. I knew that my my bingo would need to play because my highest scoring bingo is going to play on row 14, and it really took me a long time to figure out what to do here. I wanted to get one of the 1-point tiles on this triple letter score, but a lot of the plays the bingos I was thinking of just were causing a blank to go there, and so it just took me a long time. And at first I was wanting to make the blank a C here, and I came really close to playing collies here. Collies is a word, right? So I came really close to playing collies there, which does put the I on the triple letter score, but there was something that made me not do that, because I thought he's likely to bingo on the next turn, and I'm much more likely to use the spot at A15 than he is, because he's almost certainly going to bingo on the next turn. So I was like, okay, I don't want to do that. Then I want to save that spot for myself. So I did what I think is a really good play of doilies here. So doilies comes down for 72. So here he plays Serrano. Comes down for 70. So actually he's up. So I counted doilies. Okay, hold on. Doilies, I doilies for 76, Serrano for 70, and so the 2 bingos didn't change the score at all. That was kind of expected. And I have the score at 251 to 252. So obviously I misscored one of my plays by 1 point. That usually isn't enough to change the outcome of the game. And even if it was, um, a 1 point game is always going to be recounted. So oh, here I did have antivert. I saw the possibility of antivert, and I just didn't see it on this move. I had Metapaw here. Antivert I would have definitely played instantly if I would have seen that I had the place. But I saw that I had, that spot at A15 for myself, so I was concentrating on playing there, and I felt like the M is better. AME is a really good leave, so I played Pent here. He plays Wah. And here I just had to play remake. It was just too many points, too much more points than everything else. So that came down. It was a little bit scary putting the R in that position, but the worst he is going to do is just play Choir. And he plays Oi for 13. And I actually drew the Q and the U to go with it. So really nice. I had Torquier for 104 and I missed it. Wow, I wish I would have found that. That would have been nice. Uh, I think by this point I knew I was winning and the pressure of the game was getting to me. So I just played Choir here. He plays Poli. I was really like almost zero at time as far as time goes on this play. So I just quickly put down Trite. He plays SRI for 18. And that was the game. So the final score was 337 to 385. Again, I miscounted something by 1 point. Thank you for watching this game. I'm glad I was able to recreate it without a photo of it. If you have any thoughts, put it down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. And give a like on your way out. All right, bye.